Hey folks, and welcome back here to Gatekeeper Media as we continue to bring you coverage of the 2022 Charlie Vettner Open. And we are in our second round with our lead card here out in Louisville, Kentucky at Charlie Vettner Disc Golf Course. Again, we'd like to thank all of you for tuning in and give a special thank you to our Patreon supporters who was competing in the event and also works with Gatekeeper. How's it going, sir?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're into our second round here, of course, at Charlie Vettner. Our final round will be at a different course. We'll get there later. But Matty O, top in the charts at 10 under par, but Zach Arlinghouse, a youngster, tying him up at 10 under himself to join this lead card, as well as Aaron Gossage and Chandler Kramer will round out the lead card. As our chase card's only just a few strokes behind as well, so still very much up for grabs with another round left to go as we get to Matty O, taking a look at his bag, putting with the judges, likes to use the anvil for some approaches. The truss is kind of his main mid-range. Throw some felons, and I think the flow is probably something that kind of sticks out as a little bit unique for him, but then throws kind of your typical trilogy molds.
Yeah, Zach here, sponsored by Discraft. He's going to have the Roach and the Challenger in the bag as putters, the Buzz for mid-range, the Undertaker and the Raptor are going to be some of his drivers we're going to see today.
Yeah, really cool to see him on the card. The lefty, again, very young, but very talented. As we get to Aaron Gossage, putts with the Challenger SS, known for his zones and Raptors. Also can throw some nukes and forces when it need be. And just a really powerful thrower, both forehand and backhand. Definitely packs a punch.
Yeah, and Chandler here is going to be a slammer for his putters and pigs. The Mako and the Buzz for mid-ranges, and then Valkyrie and the Mad Cat are in there, a Lone Star disc.
Yeah, so kind of an open bag, but also sponsored by Lone Star. So pretty neat as we get the hole one, a shorty, but a tight one here on hole number one.
Yeah, 181 feet downhill par 3. You're going to need a shot that's going to move left to right and then settle close to the basket. It doesn't run away.
And Matty O is going to be taking the box here. This is actually his new Tour Series disc coming out, a maiden. Just skips it on down there. Get our first look at Zach Arlinghouse. Oh, that's a great redirection off of that.
Wonderful kick to start the round. You got to love that.
I mean, it wasn't going to be bad anyway, but that tree kick just helps it along even more. That lefty backhand. Now we get to Aaron Gossage. He's probably going to try to play a similar.
It's just whether or not he's going to be able to get through the trees.
But now we get over to Chandler Kramer, who's going to wrap things up here on the tee box. Looking for the standstill forehand, so a little bit different of a look, but definitely can work. But it looks like he just kind of lets go a little late.
Looks like that's going to roll up there nice. Going to have a tap-in par for him.
Yeah, Aaron Goss is just kind of having to straddle out and pitch one up to save his par. Didn't really have much of a look, and Matty actually came up a little bit short off the tee, so has a longer putt ahead of him here. A little stepper, but he is so good at those, and he will cash it.
Starting with a rewind here on the first hole, and that looked good all the way.
I feel like he had kind of a similar situation happen on one of the opening holes in the first round as well. As both the first and second rounds were played, the guys who are on the Pro Tour are playing this event as we head to hole 2.
Yeah, hole 2 is 284 feet. It's a par 3 that's uphill. You're going to have OB on the right-hand side here that's going to run along, up, and behind the basket, and then come down on that left side there. Really, players are going to want to throw kind of a flip-up fairway shot, I would say, and just try to get it in there in circle 2 or 1. Get a look for a birdie.
Matty O keep the box here. Just that nice, compact little step that I feel like is the often mistake that people make. Seems like a very tough lefty backhand hole.
A good placement shot, though, for him. If he's just playing for the 3, he's got himself a good look there.
Yeah, I feel like it'd just be really hard to attack with the lefty backhand. We'll get to Gossett still, looking to try to get up there. Let's get out the hand.
You can stay this time. Thanks,
Oh, baby.
Nice. Saved by the pole.
Oh, my goodness. Looked great. Even looked to scare the basket for a second. Does avoid that deep OB. It looks like a placement shot as well there from Chandler Kramer. Not looking to really attack this one. Kind of a running stepper approach shot there from Arlinghouse. That'll give him an easy par.
Worked out great for him, though.
Oh, almost a soft little bid there, actually, from Chandler Kramer on the forehand approach.
Oof, running it early, that's good. I like to see that.
Seems like both those guys executed the game plan they were looking for, whereas Matteo got caught up and
So bad, it was good.
kind of just gives it a soft bid and will settle for par. Here's Gosser still for birdie. Ah, just a little high.
Downhill putt might have got him there. Didn't get aimed far enough down and just off the band, unfortunately.
Yeah, I actually got to meet Aaron Gossage out in the Open in Tallahassee earlier this year. I was caddying for Cameron Colglazer, and he was on our card. I believe it was the second day of the tournament, and was talking with him. And just a really cool dude, very talented, very powerful thrower. I know putting's something he's kind of been, you know, battling with throughout the season, trying to get it sorted out. But we'll see if he can correct the rest of the round as we get to a really tough hole 3.
Yeah, 479 feet. For most players, it's going to be a 2-shot hole. If you land just past these trees here in the opening, you're going to be looking at a good chance at getting your birdie. But you do have the ability to try and be aggressive off the tee and go for the 2, I would say, on this one.
Yeah, very tough to go for the 2 on this. Very tricky fairway. So we are going to... It's not broke, don't fix it. And that'll work.
Yeah, right to that landing zone there I was talking about. Should be an easy turnover for him.
And again, for the lefty backhand, just probably hoping to just keep this as dead straight as possible. Really don't want that fading too much, and actually gets a little turn out of it, so that's a great shot.
Thanks.
Be happy with that.
So it feels like anywhere on that plateau is usually a pretty good spot to approach for your birdie.
I think he was on fast driver there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Something pretty stable, looking to try to really push it. Chandler Kramer trying to play the forehand here. Seems like a forehand dominant player from what we're seeing so far this round. Didn't really know too much about him coming into this.
Yes, he is a very forehand dominant. It's got a quite the distance on it too.
It's like a couple of these players are running into a little bit of trouble getting up to the putting green after a little bit going awry off the tee.
Yeah, tough to see where some of these even landed.
As Arlinghouse got to where he wanted to be off the tee, and I think he's where he wants to be as well in his approach shot.
That's great.
Absolutely.
That was our first righty sidearm, though, that we saw out of him.
Yeah, you were telling me about that before the round, that, you know, in certain situations he will go to the right-handed forehand if need be. And I've kind of noticed that sometimes, is that a lot of, I don't know if maybe he was a baseball player at some point, but I know sometimes that baseball players, if they batted right-handed, they'll throw backhands left-handed, but they still are right-handed, you know. It could be totally off.
I'm not sure either. Yeah.
I just know in my area we have a couple of people who are like that, and so I have seen that at times, but it is pretty rare. If we are going to see Matteo get his birdie.
He's just continuing from the last round, just chipping away, getting birdies here and there, and this is his lead.
Yeah, I mean, he's ranked 7th in the world right now, is yet to place outside the top 15 on the Pro Tour, and very often been in the top 5, and you know, this is the kind of golf he likes to play. You know, these tight wooded fairways is definitely his strength, coming out of the Creola area, which is north of Mobile, Alabama, as we'll take a short break before we get to hole 4.
Hi guys, Ricky Wysocki here. We are starting the Saki Bomb Foundation. The main goal for me is to really give back to the sport, start kids from a young age, and expose them to the great sport of disc golf that we all love. We got a website going, sakibombfoundation.org. There's lots of different things you can do on the website. I've heard the older generation of disc golfers saying, I wish I would have started disc golf when I was younger, and now I'm able to start these kids off at a young age through my foundation. It really means a lot to me, and it means a lot for the sport. To donate and go to the website, sakibombfoundation.org.
And here we go, jumping into a very tricky hole 4.
Yeah, 274 feet. It's uphill most of the way. But then players are going to want to go right from here, just missing this bush, so that way you can get out into the open and hopefully have a jumper.
I feel like the one mistake we have seen people make on this hole is just pushing it a little too straight. You really need to make sure you get that fade at the end to get to the pin.
Yep, you're exactly right.
That actually gets caught up a little on the left-hand side, but it looks like it, you know, at least gets out, gives him somewhat of a look. That one gets caught up there, but rolls out. So, good break there for Zach.
Yeah.
Gossage here, who certainly has, again, a very powerful forehand, so this should be easy work for him. Ah, kicks over.
Yeah. It's kind of tough over there. There is a short line, but depends on how far in he is.
Kind of a similar kick there from Chandler Kramer, but he comes up shorter.
Oh, and here's where you can see that inside gap. You can actually see the basket through there, so.
Oh, okay.
Shows you it is available. Looks like Aaron's going to actually take it.
I think you're correct. And, wow, look at the touch there. Very well done.
Very good sidearm player there.
A couple of struggles here from Chandler Kramer, just looking to limit the damage, as that should give him a tap-in bogey to stop the bleeding a little bit.
Looked like a good bid.
Yeah, definitely was well outside the circle, just looking to try to get a chance, and nearly had it. Matty O also looking to give it a chance, and oh, he's done it.
Oh, he's loving it.
That's a roll tide for Matty O. You know, he didn't catch the sunglasses, though, so that is a bit disappointing. I would say usually his sunglass catch rate's pretty high. Needs to work on that.
Yeah. Whether it's off the tee or a putt.
I don't know if there's a differentiation, though. Like, is there like a C1 glass catch percent versus C2 glass catch percent? I'm not really sure. We're just kind of seeing the rest of the card. Hoping for some greener pastures. It looks like Matty O will take the solo birdie. As Chandler will tap in the bogey there as we head into hole number 5.
Hole number 5 is 264 feet. Par 3. We've got that Mando there in the tree. So just need to be left of that. If you hit early, you'll slide down to the basket. But if you're flying past the basket, you're probably going to be down in the creek there.
As Matty O playing slightly overstable mid-range. You know, last round he kind of got caught up early, but he's made the correction for round 2.
It's going to be right where you want to be inside the circle.
And again, I feel like this is another hole that has to be tough for a lefty backhand.
You're out. Good man.
Wanted that to get right. I don't know if it pushed out, but he's thrown some nice straight shots, though, so far this round.
Yeah, I mean, it did bounce back up to where he should be able to approach for his par, but definitely not what he was looking for, as Gossage actually hits the Mando tree and gets kicked left, so he might be in some thickness trying to get back up and down, as you got Chandler Kramer looking again to play that Anheuser forehand. Play a little dodgeball there, get out of the way, but as you said, a little deep there. So we get up to Aaron Gossage, looking to see if he can just touch one up there for a par save. That was beautifully done.
Too far? A little past, yeah. Right side of this camera.
Okay, a nice little bid there from Zach.
Thanks.
Close. Good run from back there, though, I'd say.
Yeah, considering where he was, you have to give him some credit for the attempt there, as Aaron will indeed save the par. Here's Matteo for birdie. Not much work left to do to find the scores. That'll find him an early turkey here in our second round. Just some cleanups at this point for the remaining pars here on the card. That takes us into hole number 6.
6 here is 324 feet. Players are going to throw just a nice easy hyzer to the basket.
Yeah, Matteo looks like he's going to go down tempo on kind of just a full distance driver. Likes to play those lower lines, and that's what he's going to do here.
Jameson. Good shot. Thank you.
Yeah, Matty just has such good control of all speeds of disc, I would say.
He's really good at just like, again, just kind of guiding it through to where he wants it to be. Again, trained playing a lot in the woods. And stalled it a little more than he probably wanted to there.
Yeah, he hopefully didn't get too far in there.
So we get the Gossage, who's probably looking to just follow a similar line to Matteo. Might get a little too much fade with that.
What?
In high, but probably look.
So far, it's 6 for 6 for forehands here for Chandler off the tee, but there's a lot of space to work this one in. Ooh,
Man, that looked good.
the basket is frightened. It is shivering after seeing that thing coming in. And Gossage connecting from a little decent distance there.
Good rewind for him, getting the putter going early on this 9, hopefully.
Absolutely. That'll put him 1 under here. With just a few holes left to play on the front 9. Try to keep himself in the mix. As... oh boy, that got packed. Like he was in the paint in the NBA. That one will make it through.
Oh, wow.
All right then.
Yeah, let's go, kid.
That's how you put that to the side and just focus up and get your par. Really good composure there from Zach, as we see Chandler got tangled up there as well. Matteo will find the birdie, and Chandler will have to settle for par here. And we'll be back after a short break. All right, and here we go. A couple holes left to go here on the front 9 as we get to hole 7.
All right, and it's our first island hole, 269. The island is going to be a little taller on the left side, so players are going to hit up there and kind of trickle down to the basket, I would say.
How big would you say the island is? Like, circle 1, circle 2?
It's probably 60 wide, but in, the other direction, it's probably only about, 20 feet at some points and 30 at most.
Wow, so got to be fairly precise, and Matteo is able to accomplish just that.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay. It's far enough.
Smooth line, and that'll do.
That is great. And here we have a form check from him. So his small stature, but he packs a good punch there. His long reach back and all the way through, and good follow through to get through the disc. He's going to have a good hyzer shot there. Flip to flat even with that. So good shot of the kid. He's going to go places if he continues on this trajectory.
Yeah, it could be one of the elite lefties on tour, you know, as he progresses. This forehand does nicely for Chandler. Curls right up there, well within circle one. So everyone here has a good birdie look. Could be a star frame. That's an all birdie affair here for our lead card on hole number 7.
But the air's thinner too, so like my backhand feels really far.
It's a good way to attack the island hole as a group there.
Absolutely. Which again, I think the island, you know, certainly adds a little bit more thought to a hole that was otherwise probably just kind of wide open and a pretty easy pickup. And looks like our card handled that challenge pretty well as we head over to a very tough par 3 on hole 8.
Yeah, 433 feet. You're going to want to try and get something to the mouth of this gap or just barely through it. As you can see, it's very wooded on both right and left sides. A lot of players are just going to try to get through that mouth there and hopefully have a good look at getting their par.
Yeah, Matteo just trying to smoothly get into the tunnel, and he's done that. And yeah, I feel like this is definitely one of those holes you're not going to see very many twos on, but I feel like Aaron Gossage has a different idea about. All right.
I guess I didn't realize that was a line.
Yeah,
And
it
here's
is.
a form check for that reason. So Aaron's got just a great reach back, and he's going to get through it hard, as you can see there, and put it up to the heavens, and it's going to come down, and I think inside circle 1.
Yeah, but I believe he is definitely in circle 1 from what I could tell. As we see Zach taking the more traditional route, but really pushes that one straight.
Yeah, pushed a little long, and if you get up top there, you'll be in trouble in a hurry.
I feel like this probably has to be perhaps the hardest par 3 on the course.
Thought about that shot too.
I like this idea.
Dropped
Oh,
so hard.
that tree didn't, though.
That dropped so hard out of the sky.
No, it said no.
Yeah, I would agree.
Kembe Mutombo.
Trees never lose, man, in disc golf. They really don't. I've not seen one lose yet. Oh,
Oh wow.
Zach, you need to calm down, man.
Oof.
He has given a couple of good looks from positions where you would think he's just hoping to salvage a par. He's given himself a chance a couple of times. Oh,
Yeah, just off the band.
here's Gossage. Man, he is like,
Man.
what, 8 feet?
Oh, he's so.
Gotta be one of the few birdies this hole has seen.
Oof. Might have to go back and look. That might be the only one on the weekend.
Very well could have been, man.
Great hole. That is 100% a bonus for this course. All right, and we're on to 9, 329 feet. There's a Mando tree, and then the island is going to be the hole is going to be an island green that you're going to have to approach on. There's 2 drop zones. If you miss the Mando, you go to the first, but if you make it past that line, you go to the second drop zone.
Yeah, and also there was 3 birdies on round 2 on that hole only. So Aaron 1 of 3 to get it.
Very incredible. I'd like to see the other routes of the other 2.
Matt Thompson actually got it both rounds. So shout out to him.
Wow,
Sit down.
that's really good.
Nice shot. Thank you.
He's gonna find himself inside the island there. It looked like Aaron came up short, so he'll be going to the drop zone.
And this is just kind of a pitch up play here for Zach Arlinghouse, just kind of deciding that he doesn't, really want to attack the hole too much. Just kind of play it for 2.
D, but then he's throwing sidearm.
Yeah,
You notice that at all?
throw a lefty backhand and obviously a very forehand dominant player. Oh, dude,
Oh, I thought we were gonna see it finally. I was like, well, he got one.
he has been hunting that thing so often on this front 9. Looking to see if he can grab another score here on the front 9, and well, he indeed can. He's already 7 down on this round on the front 9.
Wow. Yeah, that's great.
Definitely surging forward, looking to keep himself on the lead card and make himself a favorite for the title. You see the rest of the card just kind of clean up. One of the few blemishes on Aaron Gossich's scorecard this round. The bogey here on 9. Chandler Kramer with back-to-back bogeys. We'll hope to correct that on the back half of the course. As we take a look at our front 9 results, as you can see, Matty O is definitely catching steam here on our second round. And we look
No
at
signs
the
of slowing down either, it looks like.
No, not at all. He's got a 5-stroke lead right now on the overall leaderboard heading into the back half of the course, as only just a couple of people in double digits for the round thus far. Tune it in. Thank you to our Patreon supporters who help make this all possible, and we hope that you'll follow, subscribe, and catch the rest of the event.